All right, so we're out here at one of the rental properties. We had an issue with the septic system. Essentially, the whole septic system was backing up, and the toilet wouldn't flush and everything. This has happened once before out here. I believe it was some roots that got in the pipe. We were able to flush the septic out that time and get it running. That was over a year ago, and the problem has showed up again. So we're out here working on it. It's Sunday, hoping to make it a quick job. I think a root just grew under the pipe, and where it's cracked before and got two rubber boots on it, it's just pushed it up and stuff was getting in the way and clogging the drain. So I'm gonna walk you back here real quick, show you a little bit of progress we've made, and we're about to tug this thing out of here with the tractor. So we've got the New Holland running. We've got some cable hooked up to the hitch on the tractor, and coming down here to this little bush. It's not even a big tree or anything, but with these two rubber boots making it so flexible, I don't think it would take much of a root to pop it out. So instead of wrapping a chain down here, I didn't think I'd be able to get it as much bite around something this small. So I used the cable right here, where that cable will dig in there and pull. This is the original pipe coming out, and this is a clean out that we got installed when we got a new septic system put out here a couple years ago. There's a clean out up here about 10 feet, and that's where we yesterday when we were out here, we were trying to break this loose with one of those balloons that go down in this 4-inch line. It was building up pressure, and then we heard a pop right here, and it popped one of these rubber boots off of it. Right here, as you can see, is what goes there, and this boot popped off, and yeah, that's some shit right there. Lovely Sunday activity. But that boot popped off right here, and it was like the Beverly Hillbillies. Instead of oil coming out of the ground, it was fucking coming shit. It was wild. So we're got everything set up, so hopefully we don't damage any existing pipe. Hopefully we're far back enough and the root system won't really mess with that pipe. I'm going to take it slow, pulling out and check, pull a little bit and check and make sure we're not going to mess anything up. So let's get started on pulling. Actually, I'm gonna only go foot, so I shouldn't be putting much stress on that wire where you can film that. So that's as far as I want to go with that pull, just to make sure there's no roots under the existing lines, and I'm going to end up causing more work than already out here. So looks like I'm clearing both sides. Right here there's some dirt on that existing line, but it doesn't look like too much of a tangle of roots. Right here we're definitely clearing all the new stuff, so that's good. That cable did bite into that wood really good. That worked a lot better than a chain would. So this time I'm gonna pull it out. It's already out, and then we'll get back in here and clean this hole up some and see if we need to add any more pipe or be able to use everything we have. So we got the tree pulled out of the way. Now let's go grab this little mini spade and clean it up and see what we're working with. I'm really hoping that was the cause and there's not actually an issue with the septic system. I'm gonna tell y'all guys a secret. Right after we got that new septic system put in on this house, I went over here to grab the old septic system with the bucket of the tractor, and it was a little too wet back there, and where it had been freshly dug, it was some soft ground, so I got the tractor stuck in there and had to use the bucket to push myself back out. I hit one of the field lines, and I don't think I messed it up bad, but I'm really hoping it's not that. So another obvious issue we have right here is a big rock. And there's not much I'm gonna be able to do about that. So I guess with that rock being there, those tiny roots were just enough to push up on that pipe with those two flexible rubber fittings and cause it to give all that trouble. Oh, there's another root right under there. Fun times coming back behind fixing all these messes. So I just got this hole cleaned up. I'm gonna come in here and clean around that pipe, get some of that dirt out of there and everything, but dug all the way around it where I can get that boot on there comfortably and have some space to work. Same thing with this end. I've got to clean it up and everything. I'm gonna try to get a stick and pull out some of the shit, and some of that's just, you know, mud and everything that has gotten in there where the seal was broken. This rock, we'll see. I don't know. I should be able to get it put back together for the time being with what I have, and then maybe come out here with my hammer drill and chisel away right here on that rock, just so I can get enough clearance through there that this won't become an issue again. And ultimately I need to get some more dirt out here and get this buried, because the clean out, there's a clean out right there right before the septic system, and then a second clean out closer to the house right here. The issue that I run into out here is just there's so much rock everywhere, so you can't really bury it deep. When this house was built, my grandfather had to put this retaining wall in because it was just rock come down to the driveway where you can see the driveway. So he built this retaining wall so he could backfill the front yard, and it's just, instead of being straight bluff rock. So that's one of the issues of dealing with this land out here, being partly on a bluff and a hill and everything. It's things like that. So I'm gonna return you to a time lapse while we try to get the rest of this together. So we had to run to Home Depot real quick to grab a 4-inch boot, because the one that was on the septic tank had been deformed, everything from that branch pushing against it. Storms are supposed to be rolling in here soon. We keep hearing thunder in the background. Gabe got a crawfish bull while we were out. Yeah, so we're gonna try to finish this up real quick and get this knocked out, hopefully before the storm comes. Shouldn't be too much to do. I bought some gloves while we were out there because I am getting in shit, and brought me 2 beers to lessen the pain of getting in shit. So I'm gonna set you up over here where you can see everything and get to work. Let's see. We'll probably cut that out of here. Let's see, this log is not the most even surface. Down here, you see that? Get this out of the way. Point us down a little bit more. That should be kind of seeing what I'm doing. Alright, so first things first, get my beer and new parts. So this is a piece I had to get from Lowe's. It's a 4-inch coupling. Huh, I measured 4x4. Oh, this is not the right coupling. 4-inch now. Oh my God, I got the wrong part. I got the wrong part. After a brief pause of being extremely angry with myself, I noticed I got the wrong fitting. I measured 4-inch on the outside diameter, which is, I'm guessing, a 3.5 or 3-inch pipe. I'm guessing, I guess, a 3-inch pipe. And then I got a 4-inch. Well, I'll just show you instead of explaining. Measured from here, outside, so I get 4 inches on that. Being a little stoned, I went there and just bought a 4x4. This is 4 inches long, just like this, or wide, but we can see this pipe goes in this one. So this is when you got a lot of stuff going on, this is the things you run into a lot of doing dumb stuff. But what we're gonna do, since the storm's coming in, is make what I have work. The issue is where that root has been pushing on that pipe is to form this coupling a decent amount. So I was just gonna put a new coupling on it, something that looked like that, to just fix that issue. But we're gonna work with what we got right now due to the storm. And I go to Bonnaroo on Wednesday, and I've got other stuff I had to do this week, so fun. Mainly try and get broken buildup out of this, inside of this pipe, so, or this boot, so it will slide onto the pipe easier, and I won't have to fight it. But we'll see. I've had to fight them before. And while we're at Home Depot, I got some gloves, since I'm about to have to clean these pipes with shit all over them. if I wasn't ultimately going to replace this after monitoring, I would be trying to do a lot better job to clean this. I'm just trying to get shit flowing again. That's all. So if this is a little hack job for right now, that's fine with me. I'm probably going to bring my hammer drill out here and cut in that rock some, so my septic line won't be right against the rock, and hopefully save me some problems in the future, and hopefully get all this brush cleared down at some point where this yard can be mowed up to the fence, where I won't have to worry about large overgrowth getting roots under septic lines or any kind of lines. I don't know how well you can see, probably not as good as I can, but I'm about to clean these into these pipes and scoop any dirt and shit out of each of them so I can get a clean surface to put these couplings back on. So I'm just going to do both of us a favor and not move the camera. I don't want to get it shit water on my camera, and I'm sure you just don't want to see sewer being manipulated. But this is the part of being a landlord, and it's all right. I don't mind it too much. Dug out a little extra dirt right here, and I'm going to use a little bit of water to clean this pipe. I don't want too much water going on this, just because I don't want to fill this hole up with water. Just going to scrub it down a little bit where we can get a good enough seat with that boot. Like I said, get shit flowing. That's my only worry today. I will come back and do the correct job later. The duplex took a lot longer than I expected. I just had a lady move in over there. Then the fridge I bought didn't work. So just got a couple other things I got to finish up over there for monitors. And then I can come back, finish this, and also the next plan is to get moved out to the farm. And that's where this YouTube series is really going to start. These kind of in place. I'm going to need to desanitize my drill after I'm done. I might need to get a flathead screwdriver. Yeah, let me go get the flathead. Oh. Still catching that blab. Can you just jump on that pipe? Okay, so can you put your foot right there? Yeah, don't, yeah, let off just a little bit. All right, there you go. So the camera shut off while filming because it overheated. We finished up the job and we're about to pull this brush out of here with the tractor. Gabe's running the cable through it where it can choke all that brush and pull it through. We ended up having to switch the boots backwards to make it work with this rock. So I put the better boot on this end, and the older one I can make that bend right there and get it on there. I've got a hose been running here about 5 minutes. It's not doesn't have a leak on either boot, so that's good. The water down there is where I cleaned it off. I will need to come back here soon and take a hammer drill into this rock right here and chisel that out, break it out so I can have a straight shot, because with this bend in it, it's building a dam up of water until it gets to the high enough height to flow over that bend to this and fall back down there. I was watching that shut-off valve right there, and when we started putting water in it, in the one about 15 or 20 feet up, it took a couple seconds for it to build enough water up there to come through here to there. So we've been letting the hose run, and the clean out valve up here, it's been running for about 5 minutes. We haven't noticed any backup or anything like that, so that's good. We're about to, actually, we're good on that. We'll just let that run for a second while we pull this brush out of the way and cut the water off. Here you go. Let's pull this brush up now. I'll need to come back out here and chop this up and put it in this burn pile. One of the previous renters set up some stones they found on the property and made a little burn pit. So I just wanted to get it out of the way of out the side of the house where she could still easily mow the yard if she needs to while until I can get out here and cut this up and add it to the burn pile, and also to make my other little fixes over there. All right, well, I guess looks like the storm's getting closer. I'm gonna get Gabe to go shut off the water, make sure everything's packed up and ready to go. Now I'm gonna drive the tractor over to the farmhouse, and Gabe's gonna drive the truck over to the house, and we'll be done. Holla. Hopefully we got shit flowing.